Kevin Yarger is in many ways your average 25-year-old male. He resides in the central Illinois town of Normal, where he teaches drum lessons by day and plays with his 2 local rock bands at night. Kevin has what he describes as an active and healthy social life. He enjoys weekend nights out on the town with his network of friends. He can often be found mingling at the local bar or at a college house party. But there's one aspect of Kevin's social life that has become a problem. It's an issue with an individual that has, as he puts it, gotten under his skin. So much that he feels he can no longer keep his secret.
My group of friends they're all friends with her, and I'm friends with them. And yet, we aren't friends at all. And I don't know what I did, or if I smell funny, or, ticked her off somehow. I want to know.
He's talking about Jill Weaver, an Illinois State University student who frequents the same hangouts as Kevin and is mutually acquainted with nearly every one of his friends. She's infamous for her outgoing personality and her sometimes unpredictable behavior. She's also a big hit on YouTube. Her popular Mind Freak series has been viewed over 400 times.
And that's what I call Mind Freak! Joe, don't
show
get
your
mad
tried out
trying to be like
titties.
Bros Days
Yeah.
You're so gross.
Jill's friends describe her as a caring person and an intelligent young woman. Or do they?
She sucks.
One time I had a dream about Jill Weaver, and it was a very random dream. I was riding a little girl's bike down Buford Avenue. It was pink, small. I was wearing cut-off jean shorts and a cut-off jean jacket. Nothing else. And I saw Jill, like she was standing on the side of the sidewalk. And I as I was riding past her, I said, "Yo, Jill Weaver, you's a bitch. Let's hang out sometime." And then I just kept riding.
Jill is a friend of mine. She's a pretty good friend of mine, I think. I would never figure she would be the person to, ignore anyone, which this is very surprising to me. Oh, Jill?
You know who's looking real good tonight? Hillo Martens.
She's kind of all around pretty friendly to everyone, I always think, and she can get a little crazy, but she can also be very serious, so.
But then again, like the whole break for brains thing, she does have those.
But despite Jill's popularity among her friends, a mysterious issue has been brewing for over a year now that has all of them baffled. And Kevin Yarger, as well as his friends, want to know why.
This molehill has really turned into unfortunately, a pretty large mountain at this point.
The first incident occurred at a party. Kevin and Paul decided to attend a gathering at a friend's apartment in downtown Bloomington. It would be Kevin's first encounter, or lack thereof, with Jill Babyface Weaver.
It was cool. People I knew, some people I knew, like Cole. Cole was there. And I proceeded to kind of scout the room out for, who I thought was maybe the more attractive girls of the party, typical guy things. Immediately I realized that Paul and Cole and all them were friends, and I was like, well, I want to be friends with this girl as well. And when I went up to the circle, it was almost like immediately she disappeared and decided to walk away.
Kevin told his friends that he felt Jill was ignoring him, but it would take some time before everyone was convinced.
I will admit that I was pretty skeptical. Just because I've been friends with Kevin for a long time and I kind of know how he works. And at the same time, I'm friends with Jill, and I've never known her to be the kind of person that would purposely do something like that to someone like Kevin.
The incident was a one-time thing, I thought, so I didn't really think anything of it, so that memory is not necessarily vivid as some of the other ones.
But it wouldn't be the last time Kevin would run into the girl known as the Cobra. Months later, there was another encounter. This time, at a party.
Paul and me decided to go check out this party, see what was going on. And we go downstairs, and here's Jill with who I presume her boyfriend or whatever. I don't know her, so you know.
It was here that Kevin began to feel Jill might be purposely ignoring his attempts to socialize with her.
I had told Paul that I thought this girl was ignoring me, but he didn't believe me. He said, "No, you're making this up. You're totally overreacting." And maybe I was.
I just tried to calm him down and try to make him see that this was really in his head, that he was maybe going a little overboard with this, with what he perceived to be a problem with Jill ignoring him.
I think I might have made some, eye contact with the other, her ex-boyfriend, saying hi or what's up, but nothing out of her. And as the conversation died out and we went our separate ways, Paula was able to admit that indeed she was ignoring me.
But if Jill was going out of her way to avoid a meeting with him, Kevin felt there had to be a reason behind it. Some of their mutual friends suggested that it may be an intimidation factor.
I know them both really well, and I can see how Jill would be really scared of a person like Kevin. He's intimidating. He's a blonde. That always kind of freaks me out, at least, because you don't know what they're thinking.
I guess that could be an underlying, maybe some subconscious factor in it.
No, because when Jill's intimidated by people, she actually acts more
Aggressive.
in your face. If she's intimidated by you, then she doesn't let you know.
Intimidation, perhaps? Is she intimidated by him? I don't know. I know that can happen, especially if there's some sort of attraction there. I'm not ruling anything out.
Whether Jill was intimidated by Kevin's sandy blonde hair and striking looks, Kevin readily admits that his initial interest stemmed from infatuation.
This all started out as an attraction towards Jill. I thought she was cute the first couple times maybe I saw her. We want to get to know somebody that you think is cute. But then, as that all faded away, I started wanting to know why. I want to know if I exist to her. I want to know, do you see me? I am very pale, as you can see, and some would even claim that you can see right through me. But I want to know, can you see me? Can you see my eyes? That's all I want to know.
But instead of answers, all Kevin Yarger would get was more frustration. He was once again about to come face to face with the Bush baby, this time at a party.
Same, group of friends were all there, and she was there, and I believe she was conversing with Cole, and I tried to kind of sneak my way in, no in, still again, but this time there was a little eye contact, I think. But maybe, she was looking over me, because I think I might be a ghost. I'm not sure.
Hello. Well, he could be a ghost. We could go M. Night Shyamalan on all this, but
You've seen him.
Whether Kevin was a ghost or not, he was still determined to meet the girl known as Jillinois. And friends were equally determined to help him solve his mysterious problem.
I am pretty perplexed. I think these are two people that I never figured would ever have a riff.
The problem's probably just that she probably thinks that she needs to talk to people of her own animal species, and you're not a bush baby. And she's a bush baby.
So you think that because Kevin...
She can't see people. That's true. It's really true. She can't see it.
no, can you? Well, to fix this problem, to rephrase the question, we could sew a pinky toe onto Kevin's hand. One. We could paint his skin a little bit not white because, well, let's face it, he's the cream filling of our Oreo, and yeah, Jill's not necessarily like a cookie to go to his Oreo, but she doesn't like the cream filling.
Why don't, like a quick resolution,
He should get a MySpace.
he should get a MySpace tracker. And we'll get to the bottom.
Those things don't exist though.
No, they exist. In mythical lands.
Hey, why don't you shut the f up? Alright, sir.
Yeah, you!
She could just be dumb.
She probably, actually, you want to know what it was? She probably looked at his Kanye picture and it wasn't good. Kill yourself.
She could just not realize that he's a new person.
No, she's not a hooker.
Despite the abundance of his friend's theories, Kevin still had no answers. Little did he know, the worst was yet to come. At a party.
Another party on a Thursday night. Seemed to be a lot of dancing. We decided to scope it out, just see what was going on. And I retreated to the side of the staircase, just kind of see what's going on. And I noticed her just dancing across the hall with another, mutual friend who was there.
I think I realized that something serious was going on the last time this happened, the last incident, if you will. Because I was right there for it. I had a front row seat for this.
We were about ready to leave. I was standing right next to Paul Brooks, and our friend Jesse was right next to Paul. We were both within the same, I was shoulder to shoulder with Paul. Jesse was on Paul's other shoulder.
She came up to me at the fun house and we said our hellos like we typically do.
And without hesitation, looked to Paul's left, to Jesse.
I don't know if they've ever seen each other in their life. And she looked at her and said hello, which is a very typical thing to do in a social situation like that, where you don't want to be rude. You see someone standing next to someone that you know and you just acknowledge them. And that happened with Jesse, and then it very clearly did not happen with Kevin.
What the hell? Alright, I'm standing right next to Paul. What does it take to look to the left and say hello? And then look to the right and say hello. I don't care if I'm last. That's fine.
And it blew my mind. I knew right there that something serious was going on here and we had to get to the bottom of it. If for no other reason, for Kevin's sanity.
Following this latest and most painful incident, Kevin simply reached his boiling point. And speaking with us, his frustration boiled over as our cameras rolled.
What is it? What did I do? Huh? Did I look her, in the nose or something? Did I spit on her shoes? Did I budge in front of her to the bathroom at one of the parties that we randomly encountered? Did I hit on your best friend? No, I can't put that there. Because I did. Why is it that she can't say hi to me? Why can't I say hi to her? That's all I want to do, is say hi. My name's Kevin. What's yours, Jill? Do I smell? I checked. I don't smell. I smell pretty damn good right now. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever for me not to... screw them.
Despite Kevin's frustrations, despite all that he's been through, he still remains optimistic that he will one day have the opportunity to speak with Jill Weaver. In fact, his friends have been discussing the possibility of an arranged meeting between the two. But there are a lot of mixed feelings.
If I could have a chance to meet with her and say hello, it would be tough. It really would be tough. Because there's a lot of emotional damage from not being noticed, neglected. Just like a neglected child or a neglected puppy.
If there was a meeting between Kevin and Jill, I would definitely attend. I wouldn't support it, just because it'd be like fueling the fire. It'd be like showing a bowl of red, like it could go really bad. If Kevin wants a hello, he should show her the red.
I hope that Jill comes to an understanding that this needs to get fixed, both for her sake and for Kevin's, and I want to see I just want to see them come together.
You know, the way I'd like to see this end is, you know, I'd like to be able to look her in the eyes, and her look me in the eyes. And I just want hello. That's all I want.